What is better than one compressor?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Actually, two compressors.
Oh.
What is up, you guys? Orlando here with Elisha Record Studio. Another video for you guys today. And I've seen a lot of videos out there about stacking compressors, and I appreciate the technique, but the why behind it, it's somewhat lost in the middle of the conversation. So why it's better to use stacked compression instead of just one compressor doing all the work. But first, remember, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. You know the drill. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any other video from us.
Do it!
Today, I'm not gonna use any fancy compressor. I'm gonna literally use stock compression. And what better than to use the tools that you already have available in your DAWs, and that's your stock compressor. In this case, I'm using Cubase. That for me is Compressor by Steinberg. And it's this little guy right here. And we're going to be working alone with this compressor to show you guys why stack compression has so much power. Here, as you can see in this example, I have a vocal, and we're going to take a listen to it. Okay, sounds pretty good, but I wanted to add a compressor because I want to be able to pull that vocal a little bit more up front. I'm gonna compress a little bit overboard, but again, the ratio and all these settings are gonna remain the same. The only thing it's gonna change is the amount of compression I'm gonna use. Pay attention to this number right here, which is the gain reduction number, and that number is gonna change. So right now it's doing, in the loudest parts, minus 13 dBs of gain reduction. So it's doing a lot. And I want you to check the input and output here. If your compressor has that, that is really visual and really valid to check on that, so you know what you're doing. So as you can see, the output is already clipping sometimes the signal there. It's creating more consistency in the vocal. It's compressing the loudest parts, and it feels like it's compressed. That's the point. The point is that with one compressor, that's what's happening. You can actually feel the compression and hear the compression happening. And what we want actually with compression is create the more natural state of compression, which is that you don't notice compression, you don't notice that it's there, but at the same time, you can have a lot of compression without you noticing actually, that it's more natural and more accurate for whatever mix you're working on. We're going to do the same. And what I did here is virtually the same settings. I'm not changing anything. The only thing I'm changing is the threshold actually, and the amount of compression that I'm doing with this compressor. Okay. And after I did that, this compressor is doing about 5 dBs of gain reduction, and I'm bringing that up to 3 dBs actually. We're gaining a little bit back some of those dBs of gain reduction. And again, you can see the signal here, the output signal, it's kind of leveled. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy that compressor, as you can see here, exactly the same compressor with the same settings. I haven't touched anything. I just put one after the other. And those two compressors sounds like this. Now, You might not hear it, but I'm going to do the comparison now between these two stacked compressors and the just one compressor doing a lot of compression, okay? So here's the key point of this tutorial. I'm going to play this back.
Drifting away. Drifting away.
So I want you to pay attention to something that is really, really critical. This part right here. This lower section of the vocal, it's the main key component on why to use stack compression instead of just one compressor doing a lot of work. Just listen to this. Stack compressions defeats just one compressor doing a lot of work. On your next mix, when you're doing compression, please try to use little compression on several compressors stacked one after the other. And you might use fancy compressors this time and get better results because you're not overdoing compression. That's the key point. And until next one, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any other video from us. See you on the next one.